She has a renal fail kidney when she's 10 months, and they shift her to dialysis. She make dialysis for 5 years, and after that she got the kidney, and her life was changed to better, and she's active and playing, and she's very well now. When I found her disease when she's in 10 months, I feel very sad, and I don't know what can I do, because she's the second patient for me. Before I have another one, her brother. He's 14 years old, and he also got the kidney. I'm the donor before, and I don't know what can I do for her. Then I'm fight every time to let her his life to improve, and to get kidney to change her life, because I know how it's changed before when she's in dialysis and after dialysis. When she's in hemodialysis, she's feeling so tired, and she cannot move, and she cannot walk, and she cannot eat and drink whatever she wants. But now, alhamdulillah, she can eat everything. She can drink a lot of water, and she's hoping to go to school. And now she's in grade 1 in Al Himaya school, and she's happy and too much active.
2013 June, that was the day when I think on June 13th my son Adam, he developed breathlessness, and then we took him to his pediatrician here in Ras Al Khaimah, and he gave him the nebulization as they normally do. He thought of some respiratory problem, and then evening he came back. He was still having the problem, and then that went on for 1 or 2 days, and then Dr. Sam, he thought something is wrong seriously, So he said, you'll have to take him to a bigger hospital to find out, because it's not coming down. And then we took him to Sakar Hospital, the government hospital there. And it was evening, I still remember, they started tests one after the other, and the tubes started increasing on all over his body, because the urine was kind of not going, and then to be short, his condition was going really bad. And then they figured out his potassium levels were very high, and he's turning out to be very acidotic. So then by night, and his sugar levels are high, so all the negative signs started showing up, and finally one doctor comes and says he might need dialysis. So I was thinking, are you sure, doctor? I mean, it was like a shock for us, because being just 9 months old, we have heard of dialysis for adults and big people. Then I asked doctors, and they were all, very quite known to us, and they were all very friendly. They did a very good job, wonderful job in the whole night. They were calling other doctors, other specialists from Sheikh Khalifa, Abu Dhabi, Dubai Hospital, just to figure out the best for Adam. And they came to a conclusion, he needs dialysis very soon. It started from there, kind of a battle for us, and the challenges. We were pretty reluctant initially, we thought we'll take him to India, and we were kind of confused, because it's a foreign land, but then now I can say it's not a foreign land, because I wouldn't have got such help and support from any other place, I never thought. The doctors also said, there will be something working out, and slowly we signed the consent, and because he needed a general anesthesia in that age, and it was very risky, and thank God, we were in safe hands of the good doctors. One fine day in that ward, he was responding. He was kind of a small smile. He felt that, and that gave me, because somebody before that they just prayed for him. So the divine power we could feel that, and that gave us a hope. No, it's not the end, because he was totally not responding for 20 days. Of course, the doctors were really giving their best. And they did their best. So, and So I'll have always good memories of Dubai and Dubai hospital. Although it was kind of a challenging thing for us, and then there was the next challenge was to do this dialysis at home. So they trained us as parents. They said this is not the end. So we were thinking, okay, we'll finish the hospital stay and go back to normal life. But that was just the beginning. And we said, no, we will not do this. We are not going to do this because we've seen all this, and they encouraged us, the doctors there. I remember Dr. Ashraf, Dr. Eva, Dr. Intizar. And they even said, you can do it as good as the nurses. You both can do it. I said, we don't know these machines, these tubes. They just encouraged us in a way. I don't know from where we got, okay then. And the machine is very expensive. They gave it for lease, the APD machine. So the Dubai government was so generous, because if you want to buy a machine, it's 75,000 dirhams. And they gave it for a lease. We used that for 5 years. We did dialysis for Adam at home. And by 2018, they say, there's a limit, it's a peritoneal dialysis. The peritoneum gets calcified and no more it does the filtration. So they said now, and he started to develop some bone pain while he walks and runs. So he needs a transplant immediately, or you have to switch over to hemodialysis, which is it's a hospital base. You cannot do it at home. So 2018 August, they switched over, and we could see the drastic change also. So, and even that, like as we said, a note to the peritoneal dialysis, even for him, because everything was a bit scary for us in the evening. But then again, the doctors were so encouraging. They knew what is best for him. Even as parents, we have our own, tension. See the tube. We thought the tube will be here, and they placed the tube in such a way it was not very visible. So it's all expert hands. So for 1 year he did hemodialysis, and July 13th we came to know kidney is ready for Adam. In between that, around 2016, my wife, because my wife has the same blood group, O positive with Adam. So she was probably the candidate, and we went to Sheikh Khalifa, Abu Dhabi, and we were getting things ready. But then my wife has a little bit, pre-diabetic and a little bit hypertension because of the stress. So they advised her not to give. So she was rejected kind of there. So then again we had to wait 2 more years. So, but 2018, July, 2019 July 13th or 14th, 13th, we came to know that kidney is ready, and that family, we are very thankful that family who donated that, in spite of their grief and agony, because they lost their daughter, and then after the transplant, as again stress and anxiety, but they did a wonderful job. We were so fortunate to have that good team at Al Jalila Hospital, Dr. Martin and the Dr. Farhad, Dr. Hickey, David Hickey, Dr. Eva, and all these doctors. They worked in and out to make it real success, and by God's mercy and His grace, Adam is back to normal. He has never felt so comfortable after this. He's enjoying the life now.
Thank God.
And thank you, doctor.
Thank you, doctor, and
For all that you've done.
all very done.
All the family who gave me the kidney.
All the family, they gave me
The kidney.
the kidney.
So you're crying with joy? Very good. you should be happy. Okay. And you'll be praying for all those children who are suffering? Huh? Tell them. You always pray, no?